Hey guys, Ross here from Fit for Life Physical Therapy. I received some questions about foam rolling the hamstrings, and they said specifically, what's the best way to foam roll the hamstrings? And my response is, don't. And some people would say, well, that's kind of a wise answer. Foam rolling the hamstring is really not effective because you have the large circumference of the foam roller. It really doesn't dig into the tissue. And anyone who's ever foam rolled the hamstrings before, it can be quite uncomfortable because you have to lift yourself up. You're kind of sliding down. You have to decide if you want to do 2 legs compared to 1. And again, I just look at it from a standpoint of you're really not getting through the tissue the way that we want to. Whether you're contacting more of the lateral aspect of the quadriceps that are still underhanging from the IT band. We also have the adductors that come in as well. So to truly get into the hamstring, we really have to dig from below and push up. So that's why we always want to come back to our trusty lacrosse ball or anything that's firm. You could also use a field hockey ball, which is a little bit bigger in circumference, and it's also going to be a little bit harder as well. So as you're using it, really you want to decide, do I have to roll on it? And since we have a small surface area digging through, we don't necessarily have to roll. So we're going to use what's called the pin and stretch technique. Now, this hurts, but then again, all the other techniques that I've gone over also do hurt, but those are the areas that mostly need it. So once we get the ball in place, we have to apply pressure to it. Now, we need to sit on something. So right now I just have a plyo box, but even using a kitchen chair is fine. You want something that has a hard sitting surface onto it, because what I'm going to do is I'm now going to take the ball, I'm going to place it between my hamstring and the surface. So and I'm going to search around until I find a spot that's kind of tender, which for me would be right about there. Then I'm going to take my hands and I'm going to apply pressure. I'm going to push downwards into it. So now not only do I have the hard surface, I have the hard ball, but now I'm also compressing the tissue from the top. And then from here, I can either hang out here, 5 deep breaths, 10 deep breaths, 20 to 30 seconds, completely up to you, or this is where we do our pin and stretch. So from here, I'm going to try to straighten my leg the most that I can. It gets quite uncomfortable. I'm going to bring my leg back down. Now, as I bring my leg down, that's going to soften the tissue because now my knee is in flexion, so it puts the hamstrings on slack. The ball is digging in deeper, so it may feel more tender, and then I'm lengthening it back out again. So usually I'll recommend doing anywhere from 5 to 10 kicks per hot spot. So once I'm done with 5 to 10, move it to the next hot spot, and then repeat. Now, a lot of people would ask, now don't you have to worry about the sciatic nerve, where it goes in your leg? Potentially. I've never had a problem with it. So if you are one of the unfortunate ones that hit the sciatic nerve before it branches off and splits right in the middle of the hamstring, if you get numbness or tingling going down your leg, probably just don't be as aggressive, but you would really have to try to find the nerve in order to hurt it. So if you think your hamstrings are tight, give this a shot. Again, I would probably do it every other day just to give yourself some downtime, because again, it can be tender in the beginning, but I think you'll find that you don't need to necessarily feel like you have to stretch your hamstring as much, because again, the soft tissue quality is the important part. So once you restore some of the pliability in the hamstrings, I think you'll find that you can engage them a lot better. So give it a shot. Let me know how it goes. If you have any questions, let me know, and thanks for watching.